Hey guys, what's up? Namaste, welcome back to my channel. So let's stop disrespecting ourselves. You're probably laid up right next to the guy who cheated on you like 5 times already, and you're still counting, and you still proceed to take him back. So I'm gonna need you to sit down and listen to me, okay? Because class is in session. He's not gonna care. He's not gonna care that you didn't brush your teeth. He's not gonna care that you didn't wash your face. He's not gonna care that you didn't do your skincare. But you know who is gonna care? Your skin when it's breaking out. I'm making this video because I myself am going through some things in life, like everybody else in the world. And these are some of the stuff out of a long list of how I can love myself and respect myself and be there for myself. Because at the end of the day, it really is us who's there for us. Like, I know life is hard and we get sad. Like, we get so sad. Sometimes we lose ourselves. But what's more sad is seeing you sad, seeing you destroy yourself about something that won't even matter next week. It won't matter. It's sad you're letting someone else define who you are. It's sad you're letting someone else determine if you're gonna get up from bed. And it's so sad because that person doesn't even care about you. They don't even care that you're sitting at home crying, lying in bed rotting, scrolling on TikTok. They don't care. They don't care and they won't care. If they've shown you from the beginning that they won't care, I promise you, baby, you're not Superwoman. You cannot save. You cannot save them. This is what I want you to do for me. I want you to get up out of bed. No, get up. Get up out of bed. Go wash your face. Go wash your face with water. You don't need to do your whole skincare. Go wash your face. Put on some nice clothes that you can go step outside in. And I'm going to need you to step outside and go touch some fucking grass. Go touch some grass. Or if you don't have grass near you and you don't feel like leaving the house or apartment or wherever you live, go outside. I don't care, front yard, backyard, fucking balcony. Go sit outside. Take in that fresh air. You can sit there however long you want. Just enjoy the air. Just enjoy that fresh air. That is one of the ways we can take care of ourselves without doing a lot. Now, if you want to take that a step further, put on a nice outfit, put on makeup if you want, brush your teeth, go shower if you want, go outside, go treat yourself. It doesn't have to be something big. It doesn't have to be something small if you don't want it to. Depending on you, depending on what you need, and depending on what you like, you get it. You get it for yourself. I don't care if it's a new makeup set, a new makeup palette, a new makeup brush, or shampoo or conditioner. Just get it for yourself. But do something. Don't just sit around and be sad because nobody cares. And that's the harsh truth. Nobody cares. Except for you. Why are you too busy taking care of somebody else? So the first thing, you got to start respecting your body. Now, I'm not telling you what to do with your body. Hell, I'm just some woman on the internet talking to her camera right now. But you clicked on this video for a reason. I've seen so many of my besties not taking care of themselves, whether it's because of a breakup or they're going through something with their family or they're just not feeling it. I hear things like, oh, I don't care if I get fat, I don't care this, I don't care that. Like, girl, if you're not gonna care, then who is? Like, who will? Now, I'm not saying that you're not allowed to have a bad day. You are, and you can. We all can. We have bad days, we have bad weeks, we have bad months. Trust me, I know. Trust me, I know. But we're too focused on, oh, this is bad, this is what's happening, this is what's happening. But we're not focused on how we can make it better. or how we can get over it. Because at the end of the day, that's what we have to do. We have to get over it. We gotta learn, we gotta forget, we gotta forgive, and then we gotta move the fuck on. So this is what I've been doing to help myself not have a shitty day. I pick one day out of the week, out of the month, and this is always like the day after I have that bad day, or 2 days after, or whatever. I choose one day where I get to have a bad day, which is bed rotting, scrolling on TikTok, not taking care of responsibilities, not washing my face, the whole thing. I choose one day out of the week and the month to give myself, to allow myself to have a bad day. Now, I'm not talking about whenever we have our periods, because that week is a whole different week. But if it's any other thing that's fucking with your mind, that's, fucking up your day, you take that day. You take that day to really feel it, to really digest, what happened. And then that's it. That's it. You only have that day. So whether you want to use that day to fix whatever is wrong, or just be sad and do nothing about it the next day, that's entirely on you. But you use that day. You use that day to heal. You use that day to forget. You use that day to forgive. And especially forgive yourself. Because at the end of the day, you're just human and you're experiencing normal human shit. Your story is written exactly how your life is portraying. It's happening for a reason. But it's repeating again and again because you're choosing not to get over it, or you're choosing not to learn from it. This whole video is just gonna be me blaming y'all. Like, we're out here saying, oh, one more cookie, like this cookie won't hurt. Girl, yes it will. Yes it will. It will. It will. Because the next morning you wake up, you got a pimple on your face, and then you're just like, oh my God, where'd it come from? You know where it came from. Now, I'm not saying don't have that cookie. Have that cookie. But have self-control. You're over here doing the nasty without the protection, and then wondering why you got a yeast infection, or why you got this, or why you got that, like all these health problems that you've been having. Like, baby girl, get it the fuck together and step the fuck up. Choose wisely with whom you decide to mate with, as I say, or at least wear the protection. I know we are all aware of all of the bad things that can happen when you don't use protection. We can get a yeast infection, we can get pregnant, we can get all of these deadly infections, and sometimes we don't even know we have the infection. I'm not saying don't do it at all. I'm just saying do it in a safe space and do it in a safe way. When you have self-control, other people will see it and respect you, because when you have self-control, you have boundaries. You're telling yourself, okay, I need to stop doing this. I need to stop doing that because it's not good for me. And that boundaries will go to someone you're dating. Which takes me to my next point. Have self-respect in your relationships. I know we're always being told, and especially because I'm Nepali and we have to respect our elders and all of that shit. Like, I know we're always being told, respect your elders, respect your partner, respect your mom, respect your dad. You guys gotta understand that your relationship counts, not just romantically. Your family is a type of relationship. Your friendship is a type of relationship. And then you have your romantic relationships. We all know that. So I moved around a lot as a child because my parents were going from state to state, and I've seen a fair share of people. Everyone has their own story. But one of the friendships that stuck out to me was I used to have these group of friends in ninth grade. It was from 8th grade to ninth grade. And they would constantly talk shit about themselves. They would constantly talk shit about themselves. They say, oh, I don't like my hair. Oh, I'm not good enough. Or I'm not built good enough. My boobs aren't that big. Or my butt is too big. Or I'm fat. Or this or that. they would constantly talk shit about themselves. They would be like, I'm depressed. I want to myself. I would be hanging around these people a lot. So all of their words and all of their feelings transferred to me. And especially if you're the same type of person I am, just absorb I just tend to absorb emotion and energy, and it's if you're anything like me, you understand. So I started being suicidal. I started being depressed. I started hiding my body because I was constantly in my ears. It was like, oh my gosh, I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way these pants fit me, or I don't, like all of that influenced me. And then it turned my life upside down. It literally turned my life upside down. I was depressed for so freaking long because I didn't realize it was the people I was hanging out with. They all hated something about themselves. They all hated something about their life. They were always critiquing every single thing that they were doing. Oh, if they shit wrong, they would be like, oh my God, I shit wrong. It's not that big of a deal. And I know I'll give us the excuse that we were really young because we were like 13, 14. So I do give us that excuse. But some of the people that I used to hang out with are still like that. And they were my best friends. Like we would hang out after school, like we would like have sleepovers and all of that shit. So they were very tight with me until I started realizing, and this was like, I think about the middle of sophomore year, I realized how fucked up their mindset was and how they transferred that to me. And then I chose to cut everybody off because my way of thinking was different from theirs, so they ruled me out and then they would start talking shit about me. But then it clicked to me that I became exactly what I surrounded myself with. So I cut them off. Then I started hanging out with another friend I made. We're just gonna call her Rebecca for privacy reasons. But I started hanging out with Rebecca, and she was like none of my friends that I've had before. She was so confident with herself, the way she carried herself, the way she took care of herself, the way she would, speak. It was just every single thing I wanted to be, and I wish I was, but I just wasn't. Until I really, really, really became close to her, she influenced me to be better. She influenced me to be so confident because she herself was confident. She would never say anything about, "Oh, I want to off myself," or I hate the way I look, I hate the way I dress." She wouldn't. She was the most confident person I had ever met in my life. And I'm really glad that in my life, out of every path that I could have taken, I chose the path to meet her and actually develop a friendship with her because she changed me a lot, but for the better. For the better. Because after I started hanging out with her, I was so confident in myself. I felt the feelings about myself that I've never felt. Ever. And it was all because I chose to stop hanging out with those type of people, and then I changed my friendship. And it's all because I changed my surroundings. I learned to respect myself. I learned boundaries. Now, I'm not sitting here and telling y'all that that friendship was perfect because that friendship taught me a lot, that there were good things and bad things. So while I was in that other friendship where everyone was, just emotional. Let's just say everyone was emotional. I started noticing that my relationship with my family was really bad. And I'm not blaming it all on my friendship because my parents do have some but that was so raw. Like that was so raw. But I noticed that my relationship with my family was just shitty. It was so bad. We would get into arguments. It was abusive. It was just so bad. I would constantly hear things like, oh, you need to do this in your life. You need to do that to be this, to be a good person. You need to be this. You need to do that. Or even when I wanted to hang out with my friends, they wouldn't let me. All they would want me was just to study and not have a personal life. They would just want me home They wouldn't let me go out. They were physically abusive towards me and verbally abusive towards me. It was just a really bad relationship. Even now, they criticize me a lot. I've seen a lot of my friends or just, people on the internet talk about their experiences with their families. And what I want to say is, if your parents are constantly disrespecting you and not letting you be who you want to be, you do not have to respect them. Respect is earned. And when I say that, I'm not saying leave your house, leave your family. Like, I'm not saying do any of that. What I'm saying is fight for yourself. Fight for what you believe in. Fight for what you want to do with your life. As a woman, you should never, never stop fighting. I want to let you know you can be who you want to be. Unless you're literally in chains, locked up, nobody's holding you down. You can be who you want to be. You can do what you want to do in life. It's just you have to have the strength to let yourself do that. If your parents aren't helping you, but you're bending your back trying to help them, you just end up looking like a dumbass. You really do. Because when you do that with your parents, your family, you're going out of your way to help them and they're not helping you. They're not even giving you a second look. You incorporate that in your life from then on. Whenever you get into a romantic relationship, that person will use you, but you will not know that that person was using you because you don't know when to back off, because you don't respect yourself. You need to know when to back off. You need to tell yourself, you need to pause and reflect. Okay, I'm bending my back doing this for someone. Would they do that for me? Do they do that for me? And if they don't, you're not obligated to do anything for them. You spent years and years and years of your life crying in your own room. Who had your back? It was you. The only person that you need to show up for is yourself. The only person that you need to deeply, deeply, deeply respect is yourself. You're going to respect someone who respects you. But if you do not know how to respect yourself, then you're going to find yourself ending up with someone who is disrespectful to you. And then you're just wondering like, oh my God, what did I do wrong? Oh my God. The thing that you did wrong was not respecting yourself sooner. You can have different opinions. You can have a different perspective of life. You're not a failure. You are not a failure because your mom wanted you to be one thing and then you turned out to be another. You are not a failure because you're in an abusive relationship. You are not a failure while you're alive because you still have a chance to change. Next thing that I want you girlies to start respecting is your surroundings. Baby, remember personal bubble we learned back in, elementary school? Yeah, that still exists right now. You have a personal bubble. You don't even know who's inside of your personal bubble, what bad energy they bring to your bubble. Your bubble should be your safe place, remember? Oh, you're hitting my personal bubble. Oh, you're in my personal bubble. I need you to back up. Remember saying that? Well, if you don't, then start saying that. Always, always, always be aware of your surroundings. Whether you're at home, whether you're in a different country, keep yourself safe from bad energy. I've been in so many situations where I look back and I regret. And then I'm just sitting here talking to myself being like, why were you so freaking stupid? Why were you so naive? Your surroundings can tell you a lot. Say you're shopping and then you look to your left and you're like, wait, I think I've seen this guy before. And you've seen him at X, Y, and Z stores. And then your gut is telling you like, okay, some shit is wrong. But your mind is gonna tell you, oh, well, he's probably just shopping. Baby girl, you gotta trust your gut. You have to trust your gut. You go into that party and your ride isn't fixed, your ride canceled, or your friends bailed. Baby, that's a sign. Take it from someone who ignored the signs and is really messed up in the head, because I have PTSD. Always, always, always look at your surroundings. Always be aware of your surroundings and trust your gut. You need to take a moment. Look around. Where are you? What's right next to you? What's in front of you? What's over you and what's under you? Am I safe here? Is this person that I'm in the car with driving too fast? Is this person in the car intoxicated? Is this person in the car sober? Is who I'm with going to take advantage of me? Those are real life questions and real life scenarios. Real life scenarios. And I am not sitting here making this video to scare anybody. But this is some real life shit. How do I know that? Because I went through it. I wouldn't be sitting here talking about something for 20 minutes to an hour if I didn't have any sentimental value. So trust me, you gotta know where you are. You gotta know who you're with and never trust anybody. There are hella people that are so ready to use you. You're not even aware of it. Not everyone wants for your safety. Not everyone is right up here. And like I said in the beginning, if something isn't working out, please take that as a sign to stop doing it. Stop where you are and reflect and really process. Think about it. Is this going to benefit me in any way? Is meeting up with this person really important? Is doing this right here, right now, really beneficial for me? Think about all of it. Think about every single thing. Don't rush anything. And think slow, think hard, think efficiently about it. You need to surround yourself in a place where you can flourish. I'm not trying to be cheesy. I'm not. But you need to surround yourself where you can grow and you can be a better version of yourself. And keep growing and keep learning. Let me give you an example. Trees don't grow inside of your house. They grow outside. Why? Because they have everything that they need outside. They have their food. They have their water. The environment. But if you try to plant a tree inside, is it gonna grow? That's the same thing with you. If you're in a place where someone is constantly telling you abusive stuff, if you're in a place where you're not being respected, if you're in a place where you yourself don't respect yourself, you cannot grow. You cannot heal, you cannot grow, you cannot flourish, like I've been saying. So be aware of your surroundings. Another thing that I think is so important when it comes to respecting yourself is forgiving yourself. We forgive strangers before we forgive ourselves. This is something I myself am working on, because even to this day, I beat myself up about something I did like fucking 5 years ago. But when you think about it, you're 25 and you're worrying about what you did when you were 18. Baby, at that point, you need to just move the fuck on. Y'all got to realize that we are constantly growing. Whether that's our height, whether that's us as a person, we are constantly growing. So why are we not forgiving ourselves for making a mistake? We didn't know any better. Sometimes we didn't even have the help that we deserved at that time. But you look back at it and you tell yourself you will never repeat this mistake again. And that's what matters. You not repeating the same mistake you made when you were 18 and now you're 30. You're a grown adult worried about what a kid did. You're a grown woman. And instead of thinking about how you're going to pay them bills, how you're going to take care of yourself, what you're going to do tomorrow, how you're going to have a good day tomorrow, you're thinking about, oh my God, I made this mistake when I was like 10 and I'm still... No. Do you see how dumb that sounds? We need to snap back into reality and let us know that right now is the only moment that we should be worried about. Whether that's, I need to pay my bills, I need to take care of my kid, I need to take care of my house, I need to take care of that pool that I have outside. I need to take care of this dog. I need to take care of this cat. I need to take care of this hamster right now. Think about your life right now. What can you do differently right now? You cannot change the past. So what can you change right now? And change it. Did you forget you had free will? Change it now. This is the perfect time. Because if you change it now, in 5 years or even a year from now, you will not be thinking about whatever you were beating yourself up about. Get busy. Do something. Go to work. Go clock in. Go lock in at the gym. Do something now, because you cannot do something about the past. And the faster you realize that shit, the faster you're gonna get to where you wanna be and where you deserve to be. Because right here is not it. Beating yourself up about what you did 2 days ago is not it. Or what happened 2 days ago is not it. Forgive yourself. You didn't know better. You were young, you were manipulated, you were abused, you were whatever. Forgive yourself and be soft to yourself. I'm not understanding why I'm hearing a lot of women saying, oh, but this. No, you gotta tell yourself no. No, because this ain't it. I got to look at the reality. I got to worry about what's happening right now. I gotta worry about how I'm gonna get through what's happening right now. Respecting yourself is having boundaries. You want to sit here and blame this guy about not respecting you, him doing this to you, him doing that to you. I have never seen a woman who has her own money, who has her own job, who has her own car, who has her own place, who has her shit together, be treated disrespectfully. Why? Because she has learned the art of setting boundaries. The first sign of disrespect, baby, she's gone. She is gone. She's not gonna wait for you. And she shouldn't. She really shouldn't, because you do not have time to put up with other people's shit. You do not have time to put up with other people's insecurities. Now, especially if you yourself are having a really hard time respecting yourself and setting boundaries, why are you worried about what Felicia is doing? It's easy to let people know, right? It's so easy to let people know, hey, I would like it if you stop doing that to me, because when you do that, it hurts me or it annoys me. It's so easy to tell other people that. But do you tell that to yourself? Do you tell yourself, hey, whenever I do this to myself, I get hurt? We forget ourselves so freaking much. The world is so busy. The world is so busy. We forget ourselves. We have to leave. Oh, I'm ugly, or I'm not good enough, or I don't deserve this. We have to leave the negative self-talk. We got to drop the self-negativity. What do you mean you're not enough? You're not enough for what? You're enough to be breathing right now. You're enough to be alive right now. What do you mean you're not enough? Who do you need to be enough for? I'm not understanding. Maybe you can help me understand. Who are we not good enough for? For one, I know you're not good enough for yourself, because you're saying shit like that to yourself. You're constantly in your head talking about, oh, but I won't be good at this, or I shouldn't do this maybe. You're stopping yourself from good things that could have potentially happened. You yourself are stopping yourself. I want you to sit down and think for a moment after this video. I want you to sit down and think, does it really make sense for me to tell myself, I'm not good enough, I'm too ugly, I'm too fat? Well, if you're fat, go to the gym. But it really doesn't make sense. And I want to challenge you. See if what I said makes sense or not, okay? It really doesn't make sense to me, where I see all of these ladies, all of these women commenting under celebrities' posts saying, girl, you slayed that shit, you rock, you're so beautiful, you're this, oh my gosh. But then you tell yourself that you're not good enough, or you're ugly, because you have it in you. You have it in you to give out good compliments. Why are you not giving it to yourself? Selena Gomez ain't gonna feed you. Selena Gomez ain't gonna clothe you. She ain't gonna house you. You yourself don't prioritize a healthy lifestyle for yourself. But then you want to comment on other people's posts saying, oh my gosh, I wish I had your body. Or oh my gosh, I wish I was this weight. Like, make it make sense to me. Make it make sense. No, fuck that. Make it make sense to yourself. If I don't go to the gym, I won't be muscular. If I don't eat this salad and I choose it over a pizza, I'm gonna be fat. The only person to blame for your insecurity is yourself. You have all of these choices. You're constantly telling yourself, I don't like my body, go to the gym. You're constantly telling yourself, oh my gosh, I'm breaking out. Do some research on skincare. Take yourself to the doctor. Stop making excuses and start finding solutions. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about was having standards. And I'm not talking about, oh my gosh, he needs to be 6'5" and muscular with blue eyes. No, that's not what I mean. I mean having standards of yourself. Like I said in the beginning, I've been going through a lot. And I haven't posted on my YouTube channel for like 2 weeks. And then cut to today, I'm on the phone with my friend and he's like, when are you dropping another video? And then I told him what I was going through. But he still motivated me to film, which is what I'm doing right now. But whenever I was on the phone with him, I did not have my hair up like this. My hair was messy. I did not have my eyelash curled, and I did not have lip gloss on. I'm all about being real. I want to be as real and transparent as I can be. But I do have standards for myself. I want to look presentable. I don't want to look like I've been crying for 2 years. I want to look at least presentable enough to talk in front of the camera and potentially be seen by a lot of people. You have to start setting standards for yourself. You have a whole list of what you want in a guy, but you don't have a list of what you want in yourself. Baby girl, get it together. An advice that I can give to you that was given to me is practice makes perfect. And I know we hear that a lot. We practice to get better at something. We practice to get good at something. And when we keep practicing, that practice becomes a habit. Loving yourself, healing, whatever you're doing in life, you need to practice it to become perfect at it. So start telling yourself, even if you don't believe it, trust me, I used to think that was the hardest freaking thing in the world until I started actually doing it because I want to respect myself. I want to love myself. So I started telling myself, I am enough. I do deserve what I'm working so hard to get. I deserve it. I allow that in my life because I don't want to be the same person that I was a year ago. I want to change. I am changing. I will only talk myself up. I will never talk shit about myself again. When I talk shit about myself, I feel shitty about myself. And I don't want to feel that. I want to feel good because when I feel good, I do good. And when I do good, I get good. I will change for myself because, baby, you are not perfect. Even if you are perfect, there is always, always, always room for improvements. There is always new knowledge that should be injected right here. Never stop learning, especially about yourself. Never stop learning. When you keep practicing this, it'll become a habit. Maybe not in 1 week, maybe not in 4 weeks, maybe not in 12 months. But I promise you, the more you do it, it becomes a habit and it becomes you. I've gone through so much shit in my life. I wanted to give up so many times. I would talk myself down and then I would feel more shitty than I was already feeling. But ever since I changed my perspective in life, I've been doing so much better. And now I don't lack boundaries. I respect myself. And at the first sign of disrespect, I leave. You're serving no purpose in my life. You don't need to be in it. You're not helping me grow as a person. You're no longer welcome in my life. You yourself are going to have to make that choice. Are you willing to change? Are you willing to change for the better? Or are you just going to sit in that hole that you dug yourself and keep digging until it's too late and you can't even come out? The choice is yours. This life is yours. The decision is yours. So choose wisely. Okay, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked it, don't forget to like it. If you guys didn't like it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up because it really, really, really helps. I hope you can take at least one thing out of this video. And I will see you in my next video. Peace.